Let's see. Oh, okay. We're just going this way, are we? Oh, to the basement. This is why those guys were wigged out, because there's a dungeon in the basement. Not the only one who knows the synagogue's secret, Rabbi. Living here a long while. I've had time. You know you can't avoid this conversation. What did you do? Inspect the basement. So this is why they have problems with the roof. Oh dear. So this is how the golem got out. This hole explains Feldman's problems with the roof. Stones crack, crumble, and fall. The wall crumbles into dust, faced with a brutal, inhuman strength fueled only by hatred, emptiness, and destruction. Inscribed material. Material with a painstakingly inscribed Hebrew incantation. Words of deep concentration hovered over the material. Any mistake, even the smallest slip in the placed incantation, may spell failure or the death of the Kabbalist. Therefore, keep calm and proceed slowly with precision. The stakes are high. Clay was probably used to create the golem. Pieces of a dilemma attach themselves to the then wet clay. On one hand, animating a golem is an extreme measure, reckless even. On the other, that Luszulski had it coming. Given his crimes, no punishment is too great or severe. Column. Let's be honest, it keeps the ceiling from collapsing, but it looks ready to collapse itself. Hardly encouraging. The column trembles at the fear of the man who was watching the summoning ritual. Golem, the embodiment of the Salutor, was being born in an incredible yet terrifying spectacle that was more like a nightmare than a beautiful dream. Synagogue basement. This is where Golem that chased down and killed father was summoned, and now it's after me. I thought Salutors couldn't take on a physical form, but I was wrong. The Kabbalah and hatred are capable of bending even the fundamental laws of thaumaturgy. I can't undo this on my own. I need an ally. Oh dear. So, Mordecai.
So, no wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. If I'd... Now I see it differently, but back then, when I was talking to Sofer, revenge and justice seemed one and the same.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger, and in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
If this is a second option, I'll take it, but I'm going to start with this. Ask what Ayat remembers from the summoning.
What do you remember from the moment you summoned the golem?
Nothing. I don't want to go back to that.
No, he doesn't get to... He doesn't get to forget. Loosen his tongue.
Your memory takes shape and forms into words. Talk to me, Mordechai.
Yeah, sorry, Rabbi.
Cold. Cold from the clay seeps into my fingers, into my bones. But the Colossus I've been sculpting for hours is nearly ready. Soffer whispers the spell in Hebrew, but his words throb in my temples and soul. The Colossus comes to life and looks at me.
What did Sopher say then?
I don't know.
Speak!
I couldn't hear, I swear. I couldn't hear. Truly. Enough, I beg you. Enough. Your family and your blood deserve this curse. Enough.
Hayat. How
Fuck you
could
too.
Sopher have done something like this? And you, sir, how are you not ashamed?
Fine, that might have been too far.
Maybe I've treated Hayat unfairly.
You made him relive all that. That's torture.
I wanted to know. Anything might help us get rid of the golem.
Even so.
Okay.
This place won't tell me any more.
And what have you learned?
But I'm a piece of shit. Okay.
The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
The clay formed a shell that Sopher infused with the saluter. Hayat brought it and spent hours shaping the body of the golem.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations?
That's the noise.
These are the remains of some fabric that Sopher wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sopher.
A thaumaturge and a kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
Well, there is someone. Normally, I'd advise against contacting him, but after considering these extraordinary circumstances, and with trust in your choice of a path to lead me down, I'm compelled to reveal that it's Ariel Rofe.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me. But I'll look for him.
Mercy rebuilds bridges.
I think I know where Rafa would tell me to shove that.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Shall we?
Yeah, no problem, Soup. I completely understand. Like, I have trouble typing English when someone's speaking English at me. It's, like, completely fine. I'll see you later.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go more. To the rescue, the Kabbalist. I will need the help of a Kabbalist to tame or get rid of the golem. Rabbi Feldman confirmed my fears. The only Kabbalist Thaumaturge he knows is Ariel Roth. Okay, how do contact? Why have we got two places we could contact him? Oh, I should do these other things too. Let's do this one first. Let's go speak to 3 people. Children of Satan. That sounds like a good name of a for a quest. Oh, hello. Excuse me?
Hello.
I thought there'd be something to look at. Much ado about nothing.
Who are you? Last time, a different housekeeper came to greet me.
How about that? What? Don't you like us?
I don't know you yet.
That remains to be seen. We haven't known one another long enough.
I have all I need to know who I'm dealing with.
This is Maria.
And this is Magdalena. We've all been waiting for you.
You always go around in a pair?
Look at you two, joined at the hip. Are you ever apart?
Rarely. We complete one another, not just in conversation.
Stop it. I'm sure he's not here to talk to us.
Then what do you want?
Who are you?
Maria and Magdalena. Very interesting. Do you work for the Nadarzinskis?
Grigori invited us here.
He's waiting for you.
Okay, let me in then.
I've come to see Rasputin.
We know.
It looks familiar, and yet different.
Gonna just check that there's nothing new in here. It feels strange that I can go in these rooms. I think I already found that. Yeah, the Kama Sutra. Actually, I don't remember seeing that before, but cocktail recipe. Victor? Rasputin? Or Gregory?
At last, the wait is over. Here he is. Sit down, Victor.
What's going on?
What's going on? What sort of little shindig is this?
It's an expression of gratitude.
Appreciate your efforts.
You've gone to great lengths. Is this for me?
I appreciate my friends. Don't forget that. Now sit down. You'll soon see what I prepared.
American, some English, a few words in Russian, Finnish, and Spanish is all technically Mexicano, not true Spanish either. Yeah, that's fair. I know little bits of French and German, a little bit more German than French, just because of school. And I've actually been learning a bit Japanese lately. I'm not very good yet. I've been doing it for nearly a year on Duolingo, but I'm still very bad. I'll come back another time.
I'll come back another time, but I hope you all enjoy yourselves.
Have a seat, please.
Okay. Knowledge of German is basically limited to food names. Yeah, I did German for GCSE. I think I did okay. I think I did okay. Pretty sure I did okay. So like some random German words have stuck, but yeah, I'm trying to. If I think in a different language, I'm actually trying to think in Japanese at the moment, which is very weird, very different to any language I've tried to learn before. Quite interesting, really. I'm worried.
Support the weak. Be patient towards all men. The moment has finally come. Here too is my loyal friend, Viktor Shulsky. It's thanks to him that we are where we are. And we will be in the future, where we intend. My mind has long been flooded with bloody visions. In their scarlet color, the mists of the future are reflected. I see a great star falling to the blood-stained earth, and the force of its impact tears the roof from sacred temples, including the Orthodox Church of Saint Mary Magdalene, here in Praga.
I'm not gonna interrupt this.
The earth swallows up the Iberian Gate. Kazan Cathedral stands underwater, and Notre Dame de Paris is consumed by fire. Our homeland will then be exhausted by an illness that has long eaten away at her. There's a feeble spark of hope for us. It still flickers, though it may soon go out.
No.
The heir to the throne, little Alexei Romanov, is ill.
Gonna let him keep talking as much as possible.
But let's not be sad. This news is joyful, as a matter of fact. Because now we know where the source of the danger is, and I can help him. I will heal the heir, just as I healed Victor, though he was bereft of hope. Isn't that true, friend?
Say yes.
It's true.
I still remember your eyes, resigned, pleading, and then so grateful.
If that's how you saw it.
I've helped you, just as you've helped us all. Thank you, friend.
Let's go with number 3. Unnecessary.
This is all unnecessary. Truthfully, I've done nothing.
Powerful but modest. Where have you been all my life?
You gave us a chance, and as God as my witness, I won't waste it. Healing the Tsarevich means healing something much greater. The future. A future where each of us will receive equality and respect, regardless of who we are. Free from the afflictions of the body and the soul, living in health and its resulting ecstasy. Finally, in a future in which we can do anything, but don't have to do anything, offering unhindered freedom. To the Thaumaturge's health.
Thanks. Why am I now in a bed?
I'd rather not wake up to sights like that.
You didn't want Ligia to see you in such a state.
In that case, it could have been one of my best decisions.
Looking at the events of last night may be the only right one. Time to get up. Get yourself together, and we'll talk later.
Yeah,
Sleep
won't
is
for
a
a
waste of
few
time.
hundred years. You're in for a disappointment. Yeah. We have things to find in this house now. Yay. There are pillows scattered around the couch. A lot happened here. She was laughing out loud, trying to stop him from saying bawdy words, but he didn't stop. Instead, only making her laugh more and more and more until the long-awaited satisfaction came. Suitcase. It looks cheap. Whatever it holds isn't worth much. Modest possessions have a glow of hope around them. Hope for a change of fate that seems predetermined. He said he would take care of her, that she was important to him. All she gave him in return was her heart. Walk in on this person in the bathroom. The SARS medal. I wonder what it's doing here, instead of being proudly pinned to a uniform. Unpinned from a uniform in the act of pledging allegiance to Rasputin. The hand that did it trembled, but that lasted only a fraction of a second. In the end, loyalty to Rasputin proved paramount. I think he's having a bit of an existential crisis there. Poor dude. Empty bottles of expensive liquors. One is put down, another one is raised. Another one down, another raised, until all were empty. By no means was that a sign that the party was over. Any more? Salt on the doorstep. Scattered on the doorstep as a protection against evil. A hand trembling in fright. Scattered salt in the hopes of warding off a devilish spirit. Salt was supposed to be good. It was supposed to chase away all evil, even in this form. Only the devil could stink like that. But salt is good. It will do well against him too. Hey, welcome back, Soup. Sincerely enjoyed the work. The Nanzinskis were good to her, but things couldn't continue like this. In the anger that permeates every fibre of her apron, one can sense an echo of longing for good, trouble-free times, for the times when he wasn't here. The maid thinks Rasputin's the devil. All done with the application. Go me. Well done. That's the first step. It's a very good step to take, and it does take a lot of for me anyway. It takes a lot of pushing to do stuff these days. Each sweep of the broom brought words full of contempt to her lips. What kind of company is this? Mr. and Mrs. Nadvinsky have started associating with very strange people. To invite such guests is not proper. And this Solsky fellow, such a decent name, and yet he's no better than the others. So the maid is gone. The servant's worries. Everything indicates that Nardinsky's dutiful maid couldn't stand the presence of Rasputin, or the guests he brought under the once respected roof, so he left their employ. She saw him as the devil and looked for a way to ward off the evil spirit, but was apparently unsuccessful. It was so much easier back in the days where you could do a knock on a door and suddenly you had a job. I've not experienced that. The jobs that I've had were actually mostly because I knew someone and they got me the job, basically. My mum got me my first job working in a garden centre because she knew the person that was hiring. And then I worked, after university, I worked for an agency, and I got a temporary job through them, which then turned into a full-time position. So like my recruitment agent helped me with that. So it was just like, and then I was there for 10 years. So I tried getting another job. It didn't work. Jobs are hard. was like, whatever I do, I put my mind to it and I like throw myself in fully. But like getting that first, like persuading somebody to take a chance on you is so hard. Empty wine glass with lipstick on it. Strange desire lingers on the imprint of the woman's lips. Something new, as if born recently, unexpectedly. The heart freed itself from the fetters of morality and brought previously unknown joy to the body. Rasputin calls this incredible. One after another, the ashtray reveals that the smoker seeks a moment of solace in the ritual cigarette, but the solace does not come, so another cigarette is lit. Maybe this healer will actually help her. Maybe he will fulfill his promises and her life will finally improve. Maybe. I'm supposed to be a software engineer, but never had a job doing that I haven't absolutely fucking hated. I'd genuinely rather be stacking shelves in a supermarket than this. Unfortunately, it doesn't pay enough. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm sorry you've got stuck in a place you don't like. I did not like. I worked customer service administration type job. Absolutely hated it. And that was all I was trained for. So I didn't really feel like I had a way out. And partner works as a quality assurance software tester. Automated stuff tester, engineer, something. I don't know his official title. But he enjoys the company is reasonably good. People he works with seem lovely. And he's actually like enjoying his job. So it's there are jobs out there in software where you can find people you like. So fingers crossed that will happen for you at some point. But yeah. Working with people is the worst. I think it's like QA automation tester. But yeah. Liking people? What kind of madness is that? Find the right sort of people. Like they're basically all nerds where he works, because of the company he works for. So I believe that helps where you actually have like similar interests. Because I worked in like a regular office, like nobody had the same interests as me. So frustrating thing is one of the guys I work with is a really nice guy. He's really been there for me, but professionally he's an absolute fucking disaster. Oh, that's not great. uh it's nice that he's been there for you and everything. But yeah. Pipe. Wooden looks like it gets a lot of use. It must belong to Luxian. Smoking the pipe was accomplished by a series of persistent thoughts centered around a dominant one. This is wrong. The immorality of the householder's behavior is unacceptable to the smoker. Excuse me. It shouldn't be like this. He got me the job and I think I hate him for it. Oh, Aliana. That's not the best way to think of it. Colourful group of cultists. Rasputin has gathered a very colourful group of people around him who don't seem to have very much in common at first glance. They come from different social strata, have different personalities, and yet they share some kind of trust in Rasputin, or at least in his promises. Is this the beginning of a cult? Lucian seems to be the only one with a different opinion. Make sure he knows fruitcake in a tin every winter. Some people like fruitcake. I'm saying. Invitation to pray. Dear Countess, I trust I find you in good health. I wish to invite you to a unique prayer session that will be held at our humble apartment on Skolska Street. Session will be presided over by our guest, an exceptional person who, through prayer, is able to reach the very core of the human soul. Seeing as you are a particularly spiritual person, I expect you will like to attend and experience piety from this entirely new perspective. Interesting. There's enough fruitcakes in the team already. Yeah, they are weird cakes, but they are. Depends on the fruitcake, but some of them aren't that bad.
There you are, finally.
Have you experienced mince pies soup? Because that's the thing. Oh, as a result of my decisions, this path is closed. Interesting.
What really happened? My memory is failing me.
For those that sleep in the night are asleep, and those that drink are drunken.
Unbelievable.
Remember, no matter what happens, everything stays between us.
Yeah, they're way more fun. Yeah, mince pies are interesting. I only really like them if I have like ice cream or custard or cream or something with them. Obviously dairy free because I have to. So I don't have them that often, but they are quite tasty if they are made well. Oh no, mince pies aren't animal parts in pies. They are similar to fruitcake in a pie. It's a sweet thing. And just Google British mince pie and you will see what I mean. Some of them are basically like eating burnt pastry that the chef has got to put butter in. Some pastries without butter are tasty. It's the kind I have to eat. Note that things have changed.
This place looked different. The Nadarzyskis did too.
Everything is happening according to their will and with their blessing.
Mention the housekeeper who quit.
Not all of them are as favorable to you as your hosts. The housekeeper quit.
Well, Jesus had opponents too.
And look how it worked out for him.
He's comparing himself to
You're even
Jesus.
high.
The highest. Anything else you want to share?
Reminds me of a cult. Ask about people from the party.
All these people, you've gathered a colorful group.
We all come from different environments, from different rungs on the ladder. And that's the most beautiful thing about this. What have you found out about them?
Okay, talk about Lazarus.
How did
Let's
you
just go
manage to
down
convince the Tsarist
the list.
officer to come to you?
He came of his own accord, like all of you. Lazarev has great potential. He's exceptionally eager. He senses that his country is sick, and he'd like to solve the problem. Is there more you need to know?
Maria?
Maria is calculated. She stays close because in you she sees a chance for a better life.
And what's wrong with that? I respect that. I don't demand that you all gaze upon me like a sacred icon. But loyalty? There are all sorts of ways a person can win that for themselves. Anything else?
Magdalena?
Magdalena still hasn't rid herself of her youthful naivete. I think she's honestly fallen in love with you.
Are you surprised she has? Many a love has had such a beginning. She's a good girl. Let's not hold that against her.
Dude, You just admitted that you think she's falling and you just called her a good girl. She's not a dog. That's just creepy.
Agnella is unknowable, and Lucian is unhappy about the changes taking place in her.
Agnella has completely given up her lust for my sake. She'd rather just pray and pray. I respect that greatly, but I must share my time with others. Do you think that Lucian is jealous about the time his wife devotes to me?
It's possible.
I think he's
Don't
just
worry
concerned.
about it. Keep talking and asking.
Enough about these people.
I'm at your service, Victor. Ask for what you want.
What do you plan for me?
This whole farce, the thank yous, what's it all for? What intentions do you have toward me?
Intentions that we become friends and help one another and complement one another. I have skills that you don't, and vice versa. I'm not hiding anything from you, Victor.
I'll leave you alone. I've got business to get back to.
Go in health, friend.
I thought he was supposed to be telling me stuff about what Svetlana. Did he tell me stuff about Svetlana?
Do you have a moment?
For you, always.
I'll leave you alone. I've got business to get back to.
Go in health, friend.
What do you think? Should we contact Ariel or go towards find father's friends? Or do some side questing? If I do the urban streets, I do the urban streets. Gonna look at the side quests a bit more. Oh, it looks like there might be a new thing with Zip here. Let's try doing that.
What do you want to tell me, friend?
And the teacher said, Victor, is the rat here in the classroom with us right now? I almost pissed myself.
Laugh all you want, but I really can't see it. I can't help it.
Not that way. This way?
Victor, promise me that the whispers of these salutors of yours won't turn you into a cynic like your father.
I promise, Mother. I'd rather not change at all, much less into Father.
Emperor will order you to eat your own brain!
I'm telling Mom, all you Thaumaturges are crazy.
Hi, friend.
I've been carrying it with me for half a lifetime. I remember there was someone else here. He wasn't happy. He thought I wasn't ready yet. Miss, maybe he was right.
I believe the lard in mince pies is just in the pastry. Like the fruit inside is very like you make them separate and put it in when the pastry's ready to go in the oven. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the lard is just in the crust. Yeah, no, definitely. It's just it's not something everybody wants these days. It is a lot of fat. Do the same for making my pie crust, mix of lard and butter with the flour. Yeah, that's basically it. And then the mince is fruit mince is just weird. Like I don't know why I didn't think of a different word for it. But they literally call it mincemeat, but it's not meat, it's fruit. I'll try this one. Search street. To adult small super luck for some hours. That's fine, Soup. I appreciate you being here whenever you can anyway. As with everybody. But I'll see you later. Enjoy your adulting. Hope it goes well. Found something. Oh, it appears I found something anyway.
Can you feel him? He moves with the bustle of the market and the rustle of sand grains around the stalls. It feels like the sun is standing at its zenith and burning mercilessly. It's a visitor from a harsh desert land. A djinn.
Hello.
I felt something. Where is it? Hello, sweet secret.
Hovering among the oils are words of fervent conviction that can never be changed. Why can't I smell like a rose? Who defines the boundaries of what you can or cannot do? Let everyone wear what they please. What they want. 2 bottles, please. Not so hard, is it? Everyone can see the way you are, whether you wear silk or a paper bag, whether your style is classic, avant-garde or casual. Tartan, argyle, lace, spirals, embroidery and golden threads. Everything matches everything. You can get away with anything as long as you wear it with confidence. Is that more stuff for the tailor? Maybe? I don't know. Oh, something's sparkling. There we go. African daisy lying on the stool next to some plates. The flower smells strongly of satisfaction and complacency blossoming in the heart. Someone has left it here as a sincere greeting and continued on their way, allowing them emotions to bloom in it quickly. I wonder what floor the genie is looking for. Placed out of the way, but in the marketplace you don't get much peace and quiet anywhere. The bench that should be a place of rest and respite remembers rather the pure anger and frustration radiating from the people who sought a moment of peace here. Their boss is driving them mad. How long are they going to put up with it? Hello, flower girl.
Would you like to buy some flowers? They'll steal your heart.
You notice anything weird?
Have you perhaps noticed any unprecedented phenomena happening here?
Here? Mister, there's 1,001 of those happening every day. How about a flower?
Maybe some other time.
As you wish, sir.
Apple core. That's what it takes to find the gem, then fine, I will touch it. Bite after bite, he sank his teeth into the apple as emotions continued churning in his heart, driving him to the edge of reason. They keep doing everything the man asks, and he won't even toss them a kopeck. The apple core landed in the mud, along with the remnants of his patience. Frustrated person. Sculpture. A bust. It appears to be as genuinely old and valuable as the price suggests. A hand moved across the bust as thoughts buzzed in the head like bees in spring. No can do. It's too heavy, especially since the other hand has to carry these damn flowers until they're sold. Trace familiar. Thief. Hello, flower girl.
Have you made up your mind, sir?
Maybe some other time.
As you wish, sir.
Wishes for an affordable price, eh? Let's just try and find this first. Hello. Signboard featuring a catchy slogan promising to make all wishes come true. Faint glow of hope radiating from the signboard. Hope that the slogan will catch on, people will be interested, and plenty of them will come inside. Hi.
Good day.
And it can be even better. I'll quickly find whatever it is you need, sir.
Well, I have heard that he has a reputation.
What are your wishes?
I should just tell you what I wish for.
Don't be bashful. We're all friends here.
Just name it, and I'll handle the rest.
I think this game knows. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. Catch them is my real test. To tame them is my cause. I want freedom more than anything else.
I want freedom.
Miracles like this I can do on the spot. What do you have free will for? You want something? Try it. If you don't try something, you'll regret it. Next time, make your wishes a little more material for me.
So Pokemon is actually Polish? This version.
You grant wishes like Jinn?
Jin? Mister, I grant any number of wishes, not some measly 3 or so. I've got Jins eating out of my hand.
And you can grant any wish?
Yeah, I heard he brought a real Persian cat from Altsova. Now that's something.
You know it. I have yet to have a customer come back dissatisfied.
I was just browsing.
Do come back now. Wishes won't grant themselves.
Salesman is go-getter. He likes to talk big. He promises to make all wishes come true. I wonder if he can deliver. And there was like a thought thing that I missed. Let's keep looking. Nice looking pocket watch. The panicked thought roaming around the watch to leave it. After all, it would be a shame to get caught due to carelessness. Perhaps the seller won't notice other items are missing. Clearly a thief prowling the marketplace that seems to be selling daisies as a cover. Finding this thief shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, I already got it, Victor. You slow boy. Because why else can I talk to her?
Have you made up your mind, sir?
Buy a flower.
I'll have one.
It will be perfect for a buttonhole.
African daisy. Feelings are still as fresh as morning dew. Yes, on the petals. I can feel recently growing hope and contentment at the sight of the approaching dandy. The book at the waist looks valuable. Yes, that would be a good target. Take a look at the flower first.
A desert daisy. It survives even in the harshest conditions.
I didn't think you were such an expert on flowers.
Rather on people.
Tell her what you saw.
I can't help but feel that we've already met.
Yeah, I've been past
Surely
like
you're
a couple of
confusing
times.
me with someone else, sir.
I know what I'm talking about. You left an identical flower on one of the stalls, and you were very happy about it. You got a beautiful porcelain plate in return. And earlier, you were looking at gold watches. Fearing the seller becoming suspicious, you gave up on one of them. Shall I go on?
Thaumaturge. I've heard a little something about you and your tricks. Want me to show you real magic? Help! Thief! Help!
Stop.
What are you up to, pickpocket? Stealing from flower girls? You scoundrel.
You don't like breathing through a straight nose.
I'm not the thief. It's a misunderstanding.
Gentlemen, I didn't do anything this manipulator is accusing me of.
Everyone says that. Well, maybe not quite in this way, but...
Yeah, maybe not quite like that.
What about him, Yahim?
Guards are not particularly eager to fulfill their duties. They seem apathetic and indifferent. Seems the local security guards from the bazaar work for free because the administration skips on their wages. Frustration is simmering into them, aiming the spark to explode. Reach deep into his anger at his employer, not at you. Yeah, you're not mad at me.
After all, you're not angry with me. I'm not the one who isn't paying you. Your anger has a different source. Go to the source.
Yahim, the truth is cruel. Unfortunately, the pickpocket is right. What's the use of tormenting some small fry when you know who this is about?
Well, I wanted to tell you a long time ago, only I was afraid that...
Yahim, lad, I would never. Come on. We'll settle things with that scum in his office. As for you, you know what'll happen if you come here again, right? You understand?
I'm already gone.
Oh, and the flower girl's gone. Hey, follow the trail of the thief. What was the thing about the dude over there? I guess we'll find out later. Thief, come back. Come back, flower girl. Where are you? I'm in the right area.